button. And let's begin at the beginning. Coming into a qigong stance, and the thing that I like to do is to just move around. Any type of, when you put the word stance in there, it makes it sound very official. It is on some level, but what's most important is stepping the feet a comfortable distance apart and rocking from the ball of your foot to your heel, maybe moving around the outside edge of your foot, the inside. You can sort of shift your weight a little and bend into each knee. You rock forward and back. And what you're doing is establishing a connection with the earth. There's a point on the bottom of each foot, the bubbling wellspring, and it's where the ball of the foot meets the arch, sort of this acupressure point. They don't usually use it for acupuncture, as far as I know. But this is a kidney point, and you can even envision a root drawing down from the center of each foot into the earth, kind of drawing nice and deep to find some cool, nourishing water. And then allow the crown of your head to lift up towards the heavens, kind of envisioning that there is a golden thread kind of pulling the crown of your head upwards. And as that happens, as you're rooted in the feet and you're sort of lifted through the crown of the head, you're able to relax your shoulders a little more and to sink a bit into your hip flexors. That feels good. Maybe bending the knees just a little. You can bend and straighten the legs even, and just trying to find this place of balance. When we think of being centered, you can think of it as kind of different points, different lines through the body that kind of intersect, come together. So you can maybe envision it at the navel center. That's sometimes a really great place to think of it. I mean, that's where we began life, right? We're plugged in. And so from there, you're rooted below and lifted above. So you have this center point from below and above. And then the right and left hemispheres of the body. And bring your palms together and just sort of press your palms together, your fingers together. Still softening into the earth through the bottoms of your feet and those tap roots coming down, lifting through the crown of your head, and then envisioning joining together the right and left hemispheres of your brain and your body. This is a great place to even soften your eyes and your jaw and come into your breath. Noticing your breath. Maybe finding a sigh. Something I love about Zoom classes is that you can feel free to make any noises without that kind of sense of people thinking about what you're doing. It's something that I really enjoy, being able to just make noises. And I'm thinking from outside to inside. So this sort of point that goes from the outside of you, the inside, or from the inside of your navel out into the world around you. So those are sort of the 3 points connecting at this navel center. Have above and below, have the right and the left, inside and outside, and here you are, nice and centered. Take a big inhale and let it go. Let's rub the hands together. We're going to find some tapping and patting, massaging, which are great things to do to get everything flowing. So beginning by rubbing the hands. And then just as there's a point in the bottom of each foot, in the center of each palm is a point as well. The Lao Gong, this center point, helps to release anxiety and strain from the heart when you massage this point. It's a very lovely point for the fire element. A lovely point when we think of balancing. And we'll massage the other hand, the center of the palm, the Lao Gong. Then throughout this practice, just going with what feels right to you. There's no right or wrong. Just smile into your body and breathe and notice. We'll find the point between the first finger and the thumb. Ooh, mine's tender today. It wasn't like I was opening a bunch of jars. I don't know. So anytime there's places that are tender, just being aware of that tenderness, sort of breathing into that space. You can envision your breath drawing into places of tenderness, stiffness. We'll come to the other side and just allow your thumb and your first finger to palpate. Work your way around, notice what you do, and breathe and soften and smile. We're going to interlace the fingers and sort of move them around, moving your wrists, moving your fingers, your wrists. It's sort of like making a spiral. Letting your fingers entwine as you move the wrists around, the hands, and you're stimulating these points in the webbing of each finger. They're associated with immune function. Everything in the hands is sort of the heart, small intestine, the lung, the large intestine, immune function, things of that nature we can think of when we work with the hands. And I'll shake them out. Shake out your feet as well. We'll do some patting. Let's start at the shoulder, one shoulder, just nice gentle patting with maybe the cupped hand or fingertips, whatever feels good. We'll come down your arm. Spend a little time on your upper arm and make your way down to the lower arm. Flipping your arm, coming up. Wherever you feel compelled to go, you can stay there a bit. We're going to do that again. That's one arm. Laying down, maybe go to the back of the arm. You can even massage a little if it feels good, if you just want to grab it and grab it. If you want to incorporate your thumb somewhere and massage a little. You can do both. Great. Encouraging the flow of energy through your arm. As simple as that. Now shake that arm out. And we're going to circle just that arm. Kind of like that, making circles with, right? Circle with just this one arm. We're going to go both directions, so it doesn't matter which direction you go. And as you circle, see if you can relax your elbow and your wrists and your fingers a little also. And it becomes a little more relaxed as your connective tissue even softens through your side body. We'll go the other direction. Noticing what you do, making these circles, bridging the flow of energy through this arm. Breathing. Relaxing. And the next time your arm comes up, bend your elbow, just let your hand rest on your head, and we'll pat from the armpit down to your hip. And back up a few times, 2 or 3 times, whatever feels right to you. Now we'll let that go, shake it out, and then stand for a moment, just sort of noticing the difference between the arms, the shoulders. Maybe take a deep inhale and then let it go. We'll come to the other arm and patting. Patting down your arm. Maybe you spend a little time somewhere. It feels good. You find a place that you want to be. You can always give it a squeeze on your lower arm. And up the inside. When we think of a Qigong practice, practice implies a persistence. Oftentimes it's just doing the same thing every day. It doesn't have to have a lot of variation. And it's taking the things that resonate with you and maybe doing just a few of them, maybe just patting a little bit, getting up in the morning and getting out of bed, setting a timer for 5 minutes and just pat. And then when the timer's over, that's it. And let that arm go, shake it out. We'll make some big circles. And these circles might extend all the way down into your hip. Your feet are nice and rooted in the earth as well. Circles. Oftentimes also repetition is our friend. The more we do something, the greater the connections are between the brain and the body, saying, okay, this is something that we do. If your elbow can soften, maybe your wrist softens a little as you make those nice big circles. And then we'll go the other direction. Gentle with yourself. Breathing. Next time your arm comes up, just let your elbow bend, let your hand rest on your head, and pat from your armpit down to your hip and back up 2 or 3 times. And you might find a place you want to linger. You might find a place that you want your hand to stay and you want to breathe into that place. That's fine. And then relax the arm, shake it out, and roll both shoulders a couple times. Reroot your feet into the earth and feel your feet sinking in with those roots drawing down from your bubbling wellspring on the bottom of each foot as the crown of your head extends upwards towards the heaven. A big inhale and sigh it out. Now, your hands might feel kind of tingly right now, which is a perfect time to find this movement, lifting the chi. Turning your palms down and pressing down, straightening elbows, and palms turn up, and you have a little bit of bend in your elbows. And as you root down, you sink down, you have this sensation in your hands just from that patting and patting practice and self-massage of the hands. And it's easy to just lift and lower the arms without really thinking about it. But envision that there's this mountain in front of you, and you take your arms, you take your hands, and you put them under the mountain and you lift the mountain. And then you lower your hands back down. So you're sort of lifting this mountain, and just that visualization of lifting a mountain changes your practice, changes the way you feel. Maybe it slows you down. Envision the heaviness of this mountain, the weight of this mountain as it's relaxed into the earth, but you're able to lift it and then lower back down. See if your breath wants to come along with you as you lift and lower. When a movement is very simple, such as this one, then we're really able to maybe feel those subtleties. Again, envision your feet, those tap roots drawing down into the earth, rooting yourself into the earth. Feeling lifted through the crown of the head. Nice tall spine. Softness in your elbows, your hands. Breathing. This movement is very good for releasing anxiety and pressure from around the heart and the lungs. For encouraging a sense of being grounded and being centered. Lifting mountain, and then gently placing it back down upon the earth. One more time, we'll lift. And lower. Let's smooth things out. Shift your weight from side to side. Lifting your heel, lifting your foot. Maybe your knee wants to come up. If it does, that's fine also. Giving yourself this taste of balance, strengthening each leg and strengthening your sense of equilibrium and centered way of being. I'll return to center. Let your hands stack over your navel. So oftentimes we talk about the dantian, the center of gravity. It's a little lower, but when we're at the navel, we can really envision this idea of those three lines, having a line from the feet to the crown of the head, so the earth and the heavens. This joining of the right and left sides of the body. And then this line that kind of goes through center, connecting us from deep inside of ourselves to the outside world. Putting a little pressure through your palms, just start to kind of move them like you have a plate on your belly. And you're rolling around the outside edge of that plate, sort of giving yourself a little bit of this abdominal massage that's very gentle. This is something that's really lovely when you're lying down. Just a very gentle abdominal massage to help to relax some of the connective tissue, especially when we think of the belly button and the way that we form in utero is a spiral shape. And it form as a spiral, and when things get knotted up, things get twisted. Our abdomens as well over time. So you're just encouraging the relaxation of that fascia. Now we're going to make circles. Let them start to expand from the navel, going away, moving outside, away from the navel center, around your belly. We'll do both directions. And here you're giving yourself this nice abdominal massage. Maybe the flats of your fingers sort of relax and soften into the soft tissue. Noticing whatever you notice. And breathing. Even feelings that are not enjoyable or that we would label as enjoyable. Sometimes there can even be a sense of queasiness or some type of discomfort. You're doing this very gently, so you're not hurting anything. I'm gonna switch the stack of the hands and go the opposite direction. What you're doing is releasing kind of some deeply held charges, possibly deeply held um, experiences that are in your tissue, and encouraging them to they kind of draw to the surface, and then they get processed, getting processed in this sort of cauldron in the center of the body. And the cauldron, I think of it more as the dantian, so lower than the navel. You can envision this big pot, this big cauldron. And any different emotions, any different feelings that might sort of surface or sensations, they arise as different things. You might not be able to even call them anything. You can envision it sort of being placed into the cauldron where it can be processed. When we cook things down, they're easier to digest. Breathing, and now your hands are going to slowly make their way back towards your navel center. And let them rest there, taking a big inhale. And let it go. Relax your hands. Shake out your hands, shake out your arms, your legs. Reroot your feet. Bring your palms to face up, and they're going to come up. And then your arms come back down, palms face each other, filling the cauldron. Hands come towards each other, back up, maybe close to the chest height, and lowering down and filling the cauldron. And as you find this movement, just allow your breath to be natural. Maybe it wants to go along with it, and that's fine. Especially that expansion at the bottom might be a big inhale. You're just encouraging anything that has been moved around. You've been moving around. And I think part of the reason that it's hard to move around is because then stuff does get processed and there can be discomfort. And our practice of Qigong is to encourage the flow of energy, and that means to encourage the processing of different things that might not be very comfortable. And you're safe, you're rooted in the earth. The more that you relax, that easier things happen. Easier your energy can kind of move through your body. Envision it moving with a great sense of ease. And then let your hands relax down and let's smooth things out again. Through that lovely transitional movement. And then bring the hands to center. Let the palms press against each other. Notice the sensations of your fingers. You might even open the palms and let your fingers touch. And then bring the palms back together. Do that a few times. Maybe you find an inhale as the palms separate but the fingertips touch, and an exhale as they come together. Noticing. Our hands have such sensitivity in them. And again, as you just work with even the fingertips and the palms of the hands, you're encouraging and opening of the heart, of the chest, relaxation around the organs in the chest. Next time your palms press together, let them be there. And we're going to take our thumbs and just kind of thumping around your sternum. You can kind of thump underneath of each collarbone, the thymus thump, this is called sometimes, which you can go all over the place and making some noise. Maybe like like you're a child in the summertime talking into the fan. Whatever noises come to you, and it makes you smile. It makes you laugh. That sound and that vibration. Again, relaxing your chest. And big inhale and let it go. Your palms stay together. Now we're going to separate heaven and earth. Press one palm up, the other down. And then bring the hands back to face each other, and we'll go to the other side. Hands sort of pressed. You can feel that electromagnetic field of your hands as they pass. Hand pressing up, the other pressing down, finding a nice stretch. We're going to turn this into a circular motion. One hand presses down, the other presses up, and then let the arms sort of windmill to the opposite direction. And we'll come through center and continue with that same direction of your windmill. Nice stretch through your arms and your shoulders. See if you can soften your neck and your face. Sort of moving with the flow of that windmill motion there. And the next time your hands find each other, you'll pause and And now we'll go the opposite hand pressing up. Well, that same hand pressing up and pressing down, and then the opposite direction with your windmill arms. And if I confused you, you'll figure it out. That's the problem with words. Let your breathing drawing this line through center. You're getting this stretch. And if it becomes fatiguing, you can always stop at any time. You can pause, you can stand and breathe. One more time. Bring your palms together and then open your palms. Let your fingers touch and close your palms together. I'll do that a few times, maybe moving with your breath. Okay, if fingers, you might notice a couple fingers pulling away from each other as you find that movement. And a peaceful, very contemplative, like you're a professor, a professor of Qi. Smiling, so good for us. And one more time. And let your arms come down, shake out your arms and shake out your legs. Try to find some swings of the arms. Let your arms swing forward and back. And if your fingertips want to come together to touch, that can feel nice too. Again, this idea of kind of bringing together the right and left hemispheres of the body, brain, to find this center place. Maybe bending a little into your knees if it works for you, into your hip flexors. Maybe even sighing. Let your arms come down, shake things out, and we'll open and across the arms. Let your hands hit your body wherever they do. And let yourself relax. See if you can find a little softness in this movement. And let your arms come down, shake things out. And we're going to pummel the kidneys, bringing your loose fists. They can start sort of at the base of your spine and make their way up as far as they want to go towards your kidney adrenal line. Encouraging the kidneys, kidney function, encouraging the release of adrenaline. And as we shift into the season of winter, the season where the kidneys are kind of in their power. Kidneys, the bladder, the water element, cold. And coming back to center, shake things out. Let's smooth things out again. Slow it back down. Our kidney chi is it's our ancestral chi. The chi we were born with, we were given it at conception. It's the amount of chi that we have to last us through our lives. We strengthen it with the food we eat and the air we breathe, with our Qigong practice. And that doesn't mean that, we're going to and have no health problems or live to be quite old. The goal is to have as fulfilling of a life and to function as optimally as possible. So there's no judgment on any of the things that we deal with, the different ailments or injuries that we deal with. We're just looking to function as optimally as possible, be kind to ourselves in the process. And we'll come back to center and we're going to gather chi. First, bring your hands to the dantian, so this area underneath of your belly button. And this is the area where that ancestral chi, that original chi is stored and will fortify, of gathering chi from around us. Our interactions with the world around us are very much a part of our experience. And envisioning working or having those interactions from a place of being centered, balanced. And breathe into your dantian. Envision your breath drawing down into that kind of cauldron, that center of energy. Winter, the season of winter is, of course, a time of rest, hibernation, allowing yourself to have more rest, being gentle with yourself. And bring both hands to your dantian and just going to find a little breathing here. Let your shoulders soften, let your feet feel rooted in the earth, and allow your eyes to soften or close. And as you inhale, let your belly relax and your breath draws downwards into that dantian area, and your belly expands like a balloon. And as you exhale, let your low abdomen draw towards your spine and the pelvic floor gently lifts. It's this little squeeze and engagement of that pelvic area. As you inhale, it relaxes. Find conscious relaxation in that area as you allow your diaphragm to press down on your belly and expand it. We hold a lot of tension in the pelvic floor and in sort of this whole area of the pelvis where our dantian resides, where our energy center resides. So continuing to breathe, being gentle with yourself. It can be a very gentle engagement. It doesn't have to be anything intense. It might even just be imagining this engagement on the exhale. And as you inhale, imagining a relaxation, a softening of all of these muscles around the dantian. This diaphragmatic breath encourages strengthening these muscles, which are deep stabilizer muscles for your spine. The diaphragm, strengthening the diaphragm is also beneficial for your heart and lungs. Just by breathing and again, softening your breath, allow it to flow like water. Envision it just flowing like you're filling a vase or filling a pitcher with water as you inhale, and just this expansion and fullness. And as you exhale, there's an emptying. And it's filling and emptying. This stimulates the vagus nerve and it encourages this rest and relax response as well. It's a balm really for our daily life. And find a smile as you relax into your breath. And then let your breath be natural. Let go of it. We'll smooth things out. Shift your weight from side to side. Breathing naturally. So we've done quite a bit already, working with the breath just now, working with self massage, some acupressure points, that patting. We have this stretching movements, these slow movements, visualizations, and been quite complete. But we'll find a few more movements. I'm going to turn to one side. So find a bow stance. Let one foot be behind you and the other foot sort of in front. You can shift your weight forward and back. And bring your fingers to this area of the wrist. We're going to push the hand, pushing the hand, and then the palms face each other, stroke bird's tail. Again, we're pushing and then stroking the bird's tail. You can envision this a beautiful tropical bird, whatever color the feathers are. And your palms face each other as they kind of draw down that beautiful bird's silky tail, silky feathers. Shifting your weight from the front leg to the back leg. And taking that lesson from lifting the chi from that first slow movement we did with the breath, where envisioned lifting a mountain, and really envision this beautiful tail. You want to stroke the tail very slowly because it's such a wonderful experience. And then you want to slowly press back out so that you can enjoy that experience again of stroking the bird's tail. And it feels nice to press the fingers on your wrist, and you can envision a gentle resistance as your hand presses away. And notice your breath. Would it like to come along with this movement? And in what way? Once more, letting the hands come down the bird's tail. And bring your hands to your dantian as you come through center. Standing for a moment, reroot your feet, let your shoulders stack over your hips. Take a big inhale and let it go. We'll switch sides. Finding bow stance, feeling balanced across each leg. And then as you're ready, bringing your fingers to the wrist, pressing the hand away against gentle resistance. Palms face each other as you stroke the bird's tail. Notice your breath. Visualize the bird's tail, silky feathers, the colors. finding a balance between structure and softness. Let your hands stroke the bird's tail once more and come back to center. Hands rest on your dantian, shoulders stack over your hips. Feel your feet root into the earth. Taproots drawing down. The crown of the head lifted up. Balanced in the right and left sides. Feeling strong from the center of your body, and it extends out to the world around you. Balanced and calm. Now bring down the heavens. Turn your palms to face out, reaching up and drawing down. Bending a little at the knees and at your hip flexors if that feels good. Down. Notice your breath. Maybe it's coming along with you. Once more, reaching up, gathering everything useful and beneficial to you, drawing it in, and absorbing, transforming, and letting go. Bring one hand to your belly, one hand over your heart. Feel the gentleness of your hands as they rest on your body. Feel your breath and allow yourself to soften a little bit more. The bottoms of your feet being held by the earth. Smile into your hands, palms of your hands, and into the bottoms of your feet. A smile radiating throughout your body and into the earth. Like a beautiful healing light. Offer yourself kindness and compassion, peace and love. And as you nurture those components within yourself, as you care for yourself, that light brightens and shines out to all beings and all interactions. Take a big inhale and sigh it out. We'll step the feet together, the right fist strength, the left hand friendship, thumbs drawn inward humility, and together it's respect. And I so respect your practice. I thank you for your practice. It's always an honor to get to be with each of you. And I hope you have a very beautiful rest of your day.